All right, we're here. We're live. We're taking your questions. So hopefully everyone's getting in and getting their questions asked in the chat box wherever it appears on your device. Feel free to answer the poll as well. We got that going on in there. And if you didn't know, we started a Discord server. I've got a message pinned to the top of the chat box, so you can go check that out if that's your type of thing. Yeah, so sorry it took a minute to get ready. I had to get my dog calmed down. We were sitting on the couch and somebody decided to walk into the house a couple hours ago. So she took off and pinned him against the wall, and guy seemed super confused. But yeah, so kind of a thing. She's feeling a little out of it, so I wanted to make sure she was nice and comfortable before I started this, and I also wanted to make sure all the doors were fucking locked. That was super weird. In all the years I've lived here, I've never had anyone just walk into the house, let alone not knock. And he was like, "Oh, I'm looking for an office." I was like, "Oh, buddy, I don't think there's any fucking office around here you're looking for." So yeah, it was fucking. Anyways, she did what she's trained to do and what she's been bred for. So she was not backing down. It was very good. So, anyways, but yeah, I wanted to make sure she was comfortable. So I just got her a bunch of treats, got her settled into her crate and everything. And so sorry it took so long on that. But anyways, I'm gonna try to answer you guys' questions today. So get them in the chat box. We're gonna do that. Like I said, got the Discord thing going. Rode Copper today, got rained on. That was fucking fun. Reminded me of living in the Northwest. As some of you can see, I was actually able to pick up a LibTech rig back there. So I was able to grab that. So there'll be a review of that coming this fall. As of today, I think TC and I think it's like 137 reviews done. So yeah. Anyways, we're going to take this super chat from Ian. John Merriman from Copper Mountain is the new president and GM for Mount Bachelor. Are we doomed or is this good? Hashtag spray skiers. I honestly don't know who John Merriman is. If it's who I think it is, you're probably going to be fine. I mean, if anything, your infrastructure will actually get a little bit better. So. Remember to ollie slow signs, people. Remember to ollie slow signs. Okay, let's see what we got. We got one from Deuce. Hey, Angry, you're not into splitties, but have you heard any chatter on the Union Chargers? I mean, people probably talked about it around me. I don't even fucking pay attention. So that's kind of how I do things. Let's see. What do we got here? Ooh. Okay, Brian Pickle, Colorado resorts that are open. Copper Mountain, Breckenridge, A Basin, Loveland. Copper and Loveland closed this weekend. And I think that's everything that's open right now. So, yeah. All right, we got a super chat from James. Livestream hype. I don't know if there's any hype on the live stream. They're just sort of going. And we don't count Mary Jane as a resort because it's nothing but a hill full of moguls. Fuck that place. Place fucking sucks. Winter Park can suck a fart out of my ass. It's the worst fucking resort in Colorado. Between it and Keystone, I don't know which one's worst. Tanky, recommend any shops in the Denver area for top sheet repair? I got some separation near the sidewall. Should I slap a sticker on it and keep riding? I think you should do the work yourself. Go get yourself some marine grade epoxy, 2-part epoxy. You're going to want to get like a little plastic cup or something, like a solo cup will work, and a chopstick or a popsicle stick or whatever you got. Just some kind of piece of wood that you don't care about that you can stir with. What you're going to do is pour the resin and the hardener in there. And what you're going to use is more resin than hardener. That way it's going to flex a little bit more. You're going to mix that together till it gets nice and sticky. Then what you're going to do is where the top sheet's peeled up, you're going to slather it in there and along the top of it. Then you want to take 2 metal scrapers, spray them with WD-40, and put one on the bottom, one on the top. Or hear me out, you can grab some duct tape. After you slather it in there, take the duct tape, put it down on the top sheet, peel it over to the base, and make sure it's nice and clamped on there. That's going to help seal it. Then put the metal scrapers on it, spray them with WD-40 so nothing sticks to them, put it on there, C-clamp it, leave it for 24 hours. When you come done, unscrew it, unclamp it, peel off the metal scrapers, peel the duct tape back, take one of those metal scrapers and scrape the base or the sidewall where any of it was and just kind of sand it down a little bit and you're good to go. It's a really easy fix. I think I actually shot a video of it. I've got to edit for you guys. So, but yeah, fixing top sheet delaminations is super, super, super easy. Okay, let's see. CC, any recommendations for Ice Coast decks? Generally cruise and don't really park anymore as I'm 40 and have to be a person the next day. Plenty of fucking snowboards. There's a whole plethora of friggin' board reviews. I mean, there's like, I think, what did we review this year? Like 150 boards or something for you. So, like, yeah, go take your pick. You're on the East Coast. Keep your edges sharp. Ride camber. You'll be good. Figure it out from there. You probably just want an all mountain free ride board like a Jones Flagship or something similar to that. Nothing too crazy. You'll be fine. Okay. Oh God, this is an awful question from Orion. How hard is it to add inserts? Well, there's 2 ways you can do this. You can drill the top sheet and Healy coil it and put a screw in like a ski binding, which sucks, and that's going to fuck the board up. Or you can T-bolt it, which means you're going to drill all the way through, put a T-nut in, you're going to cut out the P-tex, push it up, you got to epoxy that, seal it back in, and once again, you're going to fuck it up. Why are you adding inserts to a board in this day and age is beyond me. Like, stance options are good. And if you're trying to fix some haggard-ass old piece of shit, no. Like, you don't need to. So, you know, yeah. Ugh. Why? Oh, just, no. All right. Ryan Stewart, do you like a stiff flex boot or soft flex boot? Tried stiff, but I feel like a robot sucks. Personal preference, buddy. I ride the second stiffest boot KT makes. It's not stiff enough for me. I wish it was stiffer. I actually about to blow a set out with the Thraxis, but it's all personal preference. I can't ride with a soft boot. Too much ankle flexion just kills me at the end of the day. All right, we got Gus Chiggins. Thoughts on the Union Force with the Super Pig combo or other binding options? Don't put this year's Force on it. Wait till next year when the new Force comes out because it's so much better. Like, this binding is solid. I could ride this every day. I'm not a Union fanboy. The new Force is so much better. It will match better with the Super Pig than the current year Force. Like, the current, which next year it's actually called the Force Classic or the Force OG or whatever it is. Personally, I think the Force is, I thought that generation of Force is overrated. This was actually a really good binding. Like, this rode really, really well. So, and for the Super Pig, that'd be fine. Otherwise, if you're stuck on it, you might want to go to an Atlas instead. Other binding options, I'd probably look at like an 8 series from Ride. Your choice on aluminum or plastic. Maybe a Now Select Pro. You get that Skate Tech in there, get a little more power drive down into the edges. The Battalion Astro Full Wrap, too, would be another great one to complement that board. So, yeah. Okay. Oof. All right, we got one here from Ordnung Sam T. Any thoughts on the Red Bull Spec snow goggles? My local shop doesn't have any other ? I don't know what your local shop has. I believe those are just Dragons, I think. Pretty sure. I think they're like PVXs or something like that. Brian Pickle. Gave you ridden the Megadeth yet? I think you mean, have you ridden the Megadeth yet? Oh, I've ridden it. If you're a member of Angry Snowboarder VIP, which there's a link in the description, that was actually the first early review I posted. That board's phenomenal. It's actually not as stiff as the Black Snowboard to Death. It's a little more lively, reactive, lighter weight, easier to initiate, very approachable in my opinion. Super, super solid board though. All right, Jacob Iverson. Any chance you'll get on some Fox bindings this year? I've been eyeing up the Peak Plus, but there's almost nothing on YouTube about them. I think you mean fixed bindings. I asked them if I could get some pairs. They did not send me any, so no, I'm probably not going to ride any. So maybe they'll show up in the fall along with the Arbor order that we placed back in January. I don't fucking know. So yeah, it's fixed bindings, probably not going to get on those. Ben C, can you explain why low angle pow boards are shorter than pow boards for steeper power? Counterintuitive from a surface and perspective, but makes sense from a speed stability. What you're really talking about is like the volume shifted board. So you get the same surface area as a longboard, but it's wider. What that's going to do is you don't have to contend when you're getting in tight trees and stuff with that longer nose to really push the tail. You're just like right outside your back binding. You can push, get the nose up and porpoise on that. And so what it's doing with that added width is it allows you to not sink, but you don't have that big long tip and tail out there. So everything's brought back in there. They also tend to be torsionally softer, which really does help you twist that board when you get in there. I like riding those volume shifted boards in flatter terrain because of that width, you can just pump and pump and pump. It's like riding a skateboard. So you're just able to keep all that energy right underfoot so you can maintain your speed more. I know it sounds counterintuitive, like you'd think that, oh, well, it's flatter, you want something longer. But when you're going longer and narrower, you're still getting the same surface area. It's putting it out rather than bringing it back in. It's kind of like if you've ever stood on a log in water and it's like a branch, it kind of sinks. But if you got something wider, it's a little more buoyant. Sorry, had a day. So yeah. All right, Andrew, have you tried the LibTech off ramp yet? No, because I just got those. What's today? Thursday. When did I get those? I got those Tuesday. I just picked those up. I picked it up Tuesday, so it's on the list of possibly riding tomorrow. So we'll see. Let's see. All right, we got one from the Bracken. My cousin is 6'4", 175 pounds, size 12 boots, and is looking for a new board. He's currently on a cambered 160 centimeter, but wants a bigger board. I told him that width matters more than length. Is that accurate? I mean, to an extent, yeah. I mean, the big thing is the surface here. It depends on also the type of terrain that he's riding. Now, obviously, if he's he's got a size 12 boot. He's going to need width as well as length. But he's only 175 pounds. So for him, like a 160 and it's wide, if you get something that's wider, he'll probably be totally fine on that. Like, my guess is it sounds like he's riding something that's just old and it's probably not ideal for him. All right, we got a super chat from our boy Beziums. Met my goal for the year with 30 full days as a weekend warrior and still going. That's pretty damn solid. All thanks to the best advice you've ever given. Go ride more. Always ride more, man. So many people do not ride enough. Oh my God. It fucking blows my mind. How many people are like, I'm just going to buy something and it'll make me a better rider. No, it's not going to make you a better rider. Just go ride more. And do not pass go. Okay, Joe Gunn, did the 2024 Solomon Sleepwalker change from the 2023 model? Yeah, got a whole new shape, and I think I've got one sitting here. Let me see. Nope, I don't have one in here. But yeah, it got a new shape. It rides more like an old huck knife, in my opinion. It's a little stiffer. It's not as flexible. So there is some differentiation. I mean, Tommy Guess Me is riding that thing, so it's kind of like his bro model, if you will. And I thought I had one in here, but I guess I don't. So it does ride a little bit stiffer. It's got that new shape. In my opinion, it rides better around the mountain. It's just not as playful on a jib anymore, which is okay. You sacrifice that. A little bit better on jumps. Scott Clay, Nidecker, thinking of new Supermatics. I bought a pair this year and only rode them for 2 months. Great concept, but completely dampened every board. I had way too much. Base plates just too much. Well, yeah, I mean, fucking, have you ever looked at a Nidecker binding to begin with? They have like a huge dead spot to begin with. If you're looking for a lively feel, you're not going to get that with it. That is a comfort binding. That's what it is. It's not a performance binding. It's not meant to be lively. It's just for someone that's literally going to go down the hill and make turns. It's for the weekend warrior. There's nothing wrong with that, but that binding is not going to ever in any way be a lively feeling binding. You're not going to get that. If you're looking for easy entry and you want something that's lively, you're probably going to have to go to Flow, a GNU, or an SP to get that. All right. Okay. Anyways, I know we got 100 people in here. So if you're just getting in here, you got questions, get them in the chat box. Super Chat's get a spin of the wheel. I'm going to shoot some ideas down at you guys on. I've got a bunch of product I've got to give away. I got like some outerwear. I think I got like 6 or 7 snowboards. I got to give away like 2. Well, I might save the bindings. I got another idea for the bindings. But yeah, so anyways, I don't know if I'm going to give away a board today or not. Might. I don't know. I got a 150 Warka that I need to get rid of. So maybe I'll give that away. I don't know. But yeah, get your questions in. Let's get this thing rolling. I want to answer everyone's stuff. I know the season's kind of winding down for almost everyone else. The East Coast, it's been winded down since, I don't know, like December. All right. Okay. Or Ian, I'm actually struggling with not riding now. How many weekends and extended weekends I didn't go this year? So weird to just stop, but boating season is coming up, so that's good. Need to mountain bike again. I mean, Mount Hood's open. Go there. Mammoth was I think Mammoth was saying end of July closure. I think A Basin's going to be like June. It's funny. Yesterday, A Basin had 80-something% of the mountain open, and today they were down to 50. And they put out like a little notification, and they're like, weather is changing everything with what's going to be open. This week, we're going to close some stuff, but we got snow coming in next week. That's going to fill everything in, and we're going to reopen terrain. And I'm sitting here like, oh, yeah, we've hit that point of the year. So, yeah. But, yeah, because I think A Basin's supposed to get like 13 inches Thursday and Friday next week. Are you ready, Freddie? Do you have any Beeline snowboards? No, because that company went out of business like 20 fucking years ago. I found one set out in our dumpster room. I rode it on Beaver Creek closing day, and sure enough, on the bus, someone else had a Beeline. I'm not surprised someone at Beaver Creek had a Beeline. Fucking for all the money those people have, they always have the most ancient-ass shit when I go there. All right. The Bracken. Anything different in the 2024 Rome Service Dog? Service Dog, no. Stalefish, yes. Stalefish got a whole new shape and did everything. Service Dog is just pretty much going to stay the same. So when they redid the Stalefish, they don't even share the same shape anymore. So you can really differentiate them. Ugh. So, yeah. Anyways. But, yeah, that's it's kind of what's going on. Yeah, I saw Tahoe I see that someone said they got a 9-inch day at Heavenly yesterday. I saw Tahoe got like 13 inches or something in spots, which good for you guys. Prolong the season, maybe stop some of the snowpack from rapid melting, which is going to be a huge thing. Yeah, so I don't know. Whew. Strange enough. Been working on a bunch of top 5s too. Filmed 3 yesterday. Got bored. So I asked Chat GPT what the best snowboards were for 2022, 2023, all mountain freestyle directional twins. Holy shit. That got weird real fast. So I did the top fives from ChatGPT. I'm going to probably put that out. It's going to be a longer one for you guys, but oh my God, I do not have to worry about AI ever taking a job from me. Holy fuck. They created brands that don't even exist and board names that are not boards from brands that do exist. I don't even know what that. So yeah, I played with ChatGPT. That was funny. And I also did one for the top 5 people you'll see during an extended weekend or season at a resort. Which I still want to understand what compels people to be like, huh, most of the resorts closed. Let's go on vacation and go skiing and snowboarding. Like, I get you got it cheap, but these are not beginner conditions. It's ridiculous. Oh, all right. Anyways, got a bunch of super chats here we're going to take. So let's see. We'll start with this one from Adal. What's a better snowboard for deep carving, hitting jumps, and riding switch? Yes, standard on ink or the Karua Auto. Out of those two, they're both solid choices. But personally, I'd rather ride the standard. Well, take that back. I'd kind of rather ride the auto for hitting jumps. But the stand and deep carving, it's kind of 50-50. Ride and switch, I'd rather be on the standard on ink. But you can't go wrong with either of them. But if you had to choose one, I'd probably edge you a little bit closer to that Karua Auto. So that's right. Ollie skiers. Ollie those skiers. All right. We got one here from Rich Foster. Sidelined after surgery in February, and I have a new ride I'm anxious to try. Are the conditions at A Basin or Copper worth an 11-hour drive? Oh, fuck no. Oh, God, no. No. Copper actually closed more, like a third of the 41% of the mountain they had open today. It was raining. Well, on the lower mountain, it was sleeting in the middle and trying to snow at the top today. I left after like an hour and a half. I was like, fuck this, I'm out. It's not worth it for an 11-hour drive. No, it's not worth it. Rehab yourself. Come back out when the season's good. You'll be so much happier at that point. Subscribe or else. You know, sinners. All right, we got one here from Joe X. April 16th was the last day at Okemo. Sad day to see, but back in November. Be back in November. Backyard park in the making. Keep shredding even if there's no snow. Dude, I wish I had a yard so I could have a backyard park because I'd call it my boy Will Mayo at Toe Pro, and I'd get myself a rope tow, and I'd just be doing hot laps out there with the dogs. Doing stuff, but yeah. Where there's a will, there's a way. All right. Well, back to subscriber else. We're going to take this one from the Wizard of Oz. We'll be back at Hood in a few weeks, still in the UK where it's flat as fuck. Has Solomon announced their 2024 lineup yet? Anyone know if there's any changes to the 2024 dance hall? I don't have the catalog in here, but I do know for a fact the dance hall did not change. All right. Jeff Wyatt. Hey, everyone. Found a used Jones Mind Expander from a few years back. Black, blue, white, tie-dye. Looks in good condition. Worth picking up. So that's back when it didn't have camber. It had surf rocker, so it's flat to rocker, and it's like set back. That board is super loose on a groomer. But if there's like even an inch of fresh snow on it, it makes it like a skateboard and you're just riding with loose trucks, like kind of just slashing all over. In POW, it's super fun. It's really good in trees. It's just not as precise as the new Mind Expander with camber. If the price is right, you want something that's loose and playful, you're only going to ride on powder days or like deep slush days, go for it. Okay. Philip Chevrier, seeing where on the 2024 model differences, how's the new Huck knife regular? So the Huck knife got a whole new shape this year between that and the Pro. So the whole new shape, it changes the tip geometries and it changes how it pops and stuff. Honestly, favorite version of the Huck knife ever right now. It's snappier, it grips better. it's just a better ride all the way around. So yeah. Angel Garcia, angry. Would the Union Ultras pair well with a Rome agent? Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. So that would be a good one there. Let's see. What else we got here? This is funny from Timothy Ward. With 3 inches of snow on the top of ice at Palisades yesterday, I saw 3 people hauled off by ski patrol by 10 a.m. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. When you hit the postseason, shit can get sketchy. That's for sure. All right. So we got a super chat here from our boy Bezium's top 5 all mountain freestyle. Number 1, Orca. 2, T Rice Orca. 3, Golden Orca. 4, Apex Orca. 5, T Rice Orca splitboard. I mean, you're not far off from what ChatGPT was predicting to an extent. A lot of Never Summer and LibTech stuff in there. Really weird. But my favorite, just to hint at one, had to be the board called the Sausage Fest. That was funny. But I need to edit that top 5 and get that out for you guys because that'll be super, super funny. Where are we? Oh, yeah. All these slow signs. All right. We got our favorite octogenarians, the shred ahead snowboarding. Hey, Ran, great to catch you putting out this straight scoop. Learned quite a bit about volume shifted rides this year, but for me, twin directional twins are the way to go for most folks. Dude, straight up, I'm a firm believer that almost 90% of people just need a directional twin snowboard and they'll be completely fine. All right. Let's see. Ben C. Cartel X with the Super Pig. If you want a Burton binding, yeah. All right. Man fish taco. Is that like a man fish in a taco, or is that man and fish in a taco, or is it man eating fish eating taco? Think about that one. Looking for a new board that I can jib on that won't kill me like my beast, but still want it to be able to land 30 to 40 footers without worrying about it folding on me. Well, so Solomon Huck Knife for sure. That one's a really, really solid option right there for it. You could do like the Ride Zero can kind of handle a bigger jump, but you probably want to bump up to the bench warmer. If you're looking at Capita, it's the indoor survival all day, every day for that. Let's see what else. K2, you probably want the medium, but that you might find that a little too soft. Let's see. No, Tellus doesn't have anything. That's probably too stiff. If you went back to Nitro, I'd say drop down from the Beast to just the Team. You'd be fine with that. Maybe even like a T1. T1 wouldn't be bad. Oh, let's see what else is out there. Oh, like a GNU Headspace would probably fit the bill too. All right, we got Merrick Kenny 1234. Any good soft twins you like from 2024 lineup so far? It depends what your definition is soft, but I did like the new Ultra Fear Camber for next year from Capita. That was really fun. It was like playful where you wanted it to be, but you had precision where you needed it to be. So that was really cool to get on. I mean, you can't go wrong with like a Roma Artifact either. That's solid. Ride Kink. Looking forward to riding that LibTech off ramp too. Curious how that thing's gonna ride. The new Solomon Sleepwalker, but it's probably stiffer than you want, so that might rule that one out. Let's see. I don't think there's anything from Nidecker. Battalion Disaster Plus, or the Disaster. They changed factories again, so that's really good. So yeah, there's that at least going on for you guys. All right, we got AD tips for improving in the off season. Get yourself a balance board and practice with that. And the other thing is, if you're not following Mobility Duo either on Instagram or YouTube, preferably Instagram, they have more content there. You should, because Mark, the husband of the duo, he's got some great PT and exercises that will strengthen your legs. And then Sarah, the yoga instructor, has some amazing balance workouts. So like if you can combine the two of what they're doing, you should come out of that okay. The other thing would be don't slack off and sit around all summer not doing shit. Skateboarding is also a really good one if you just want an activity to do stuff. Remember to just when you're exercising, you want to make sure you're working anything that works your ankles, your knees, your hips, and your core muscles, but don't neglect your upper body as well because you have all those counter rotations, and that's where you're going to fall and take that on there. The other thing is don't hesitate to strap in and butter around in your living room. You know, that stuff is always a good time. Just go out and have some fun. And if you can afford it and it's in something you want to do, maybe head to the Southern Hemisphere and go ride. I don't know. You know, some people can't afford that. I understand that. That's cool. You know, do what you got to do. Or go to Mount Hood. So, yeah. Let's see. So I know a bunch of people coming and going in here. If you haven't yet, check out the poll we've got going in the chat. I'd like to see what we got going on from there. Let's see what else is going on. So, oh yeah. Also, if you're into Discord and stuff, there's a link pinned in at the top of the chat, and there's also one in the description for this video. We launched a Discord. Love to get more people on that. Try to grow that. I think it's just a good way to keep connected. Plus, you can talk with other snowboarders and whatnot. Ryan Stewart, best warm weather wax. Strip your board. Literally strip your board and get a structure. Do not put anything on it and keep the base clean. You'll be fine. All right. We got our boy, Patrick Einer. Keep shredding. My season ended already on April 10th. Oof. Almost a month ago. Ooh, smash pow. Hoping to do that next week. All right. Merrick Kennedy, 1, 2, 3, 4. For room buttering, should one have an expendable board or it won't get wrecked too much? Try it on a silicone mat. I mean, yeah, you definitely want to put it on a silicone mat. You don't want to be doing that on hardwood or concrete or anything that'll slip out on you. Like even a rug, you'll be fine. You're not going to be doing enough pressing on it to really damage the board unless you're on a never summer. Then you might decamber it. So, all right, take this one from Marco134. Love my 22 Orca, but sometimes I don't want such a stiff board all the time. I'm into carving, riding, pow, going fast. I want to progress my riding. Was thinking of a shadow band. Any thoughts? If you think the Orca is too stiff, the shadow band will be overkill for you. No offense, dude. The Orca is not a stiff board. It's at best it's a mid flex, unless you got an Apex Orca and stuff. No, it's not that stiff of a board. It's not. It sounds like you got suckered into buying an Orca, in all honesty. You probably just need to go get a terrain wrecker and you'd be fine from LibTech. But yeah, sorry, but like you're on an Orca and you want to go to a shadow band, that's basically a full cambered board. It's going to feel even stiffer and more reactive, and it's just going to eat you alive coming off of that C2 camber profile that's in the Orca. So no, you don't want to. So yeah. Ugh. Oof. All right, Mike T, you use cleaner for your base or just water? No, citrus-based base cleaner. Spray it down. You can get Goo Gone, but if you do, make sure you dilute it because it's super potent. And you just want to make sure you spray it on, let it sit for about 5 minutes, base up. Take a rag, wipe it down, clean off all that black gunk on there, get it out. If you have a lot of wax on the board, hot wax it. So that means take an iron, run it over the base to heat it back up, then scrape it while it's still warm and pull everything out, then base clean it. You really want to strip that thing down. All right, Daniel Averin, thoughts on the Karua Tranny Finder or Auto for a Quiver of 1? Resort riding, some ollies and jumps, but mostly cruising with newbie riders for the next season. Honestly, you probably don't want to go with either of them if you're going to be riding with a beginner rider. Those boards kind of want to haul ass. Instead, you probably want to like find something that's good for cruising, but it's like more mid-flex, more approachable, something that you can be a little more laid back on. So, it sounds like you really want to ollie, hit some jumps and whatnot. I think personally, like in that situation, I'd probably go like a Jones Mountain Twin, a Captain Mercury, something like that. So yeah. All right. All right, Rod Kings. Avron, any big differences between last year's stale fish and the 23-24? Which direction, old twin, would you suggest? Red Dad 40 plus carving, boots size 12, no park, already have a stale fish for low angle pow. It completely changes for next year. It gets a whole new shape, new flex, everything in it. It rides completely different. You already have a stale fish. So, I don't think you need to go that route and get another one for the 23-24. I think what you have is probably more ideal for what you're looking for. Since you're mentioning directional twins, like what to go with. So, Ride Shadow Band, Capita, Mercury, maybe a Solomon Assassin, although that might be a little too soft for what you ideally want in there. The Yes Typo, that's another good one. Can't go wrong with that. All right, we got our boy Dog Dress with a super chat. 30 days and only one dislocated shoulder this year. Have you tried riding sand dunes? I can make it to the dunes in about 3 hours from here and go ride if I want to. I don't like sand. I don't like heat. It's not my thing. Watch some videos of people doing it. Looks like riding creamy ass hot pow, except like you're gonna get more rash when you fall. Not my cup of tea, but hey, if someone who wants to do it, who am I to say don't do it? Just remember, you will destroy the base of your board. So take a board you don't give a shit about. And if there's any dune skiers, make sure you spray them. Oh. Or say nope to dope. Ugh. I hate this question. Why does everyone always ask me this fucking question? What was the best day you had on the mountain this year? I don't know. I had a fucking bunch of them. Care? Maybe it was my 40th birthday with my friends because we got to ride an untracked pow line top to bottom with ski patrol. We were the only ones that got to hit it the whole day. It was great. We got like 1,500 vertical feet and fucking 4.5 feet of pow. That was pretty fucking phenomenal. That was a good day. Until my friend blew himself up because he's out of shape and he's fat and round. Fucking Carlo. God damn it, Carlo. Little Filipino fucker. Love that guy, but man, he's out of shape. That was pretty good. I don't know. I've had a lot of great days. Like, I don't know. I don't pay attention. I just go out and ride. Tell you what, today was not a good day. So, yeah. Smash pow. All right. All right. Well, we got a super chat from Danielle. Thanks for the advice, Avery. I hope it helps. I don't know if it does anymore. I'm convinced my days are numbered. Chat GPT will be programmed to take me out. Ollie skiers. All right. Let's see what we got here. Okay, what do we got? Nikita Townsend Paya. Yo, why is the copper pass $750? Because that's what they fucking put the price at. I don't know. You act like I fucking work there. $750 is fucking cheap. I just dropped over a G for my Icon pass on top of a $600 parking pass to copper. Plus, I've got to buy the new guy a season pass. I got to buy the videographer a season pass, and I'm going to have to buy the new girl if we hire her in the fall a season pass. I got to go drop like 5 G's on fucking season passes for the staff here. Fuck me running. This is what happens when you grow. You hire a staff. If you think it's too high, don't fucking go. Plain and simple. There's plenty of other resorts. Like, Jesus Christ. All right. Menos Ficaros. Hey, Avran, any thoughts on the Yes Grades 2024? Nothing's changed in that, from what I can tell. Still a great, solid, asymmetrical freestyle board, all mountain freestyle board. So I didn't get one to ride because we were looking at like what they had, and I was like, let's just concentrate on the new stuff. So yeah. Okay. C Joel 9113. What's your opinion on the vloggers? You dislike them, but I never got the full story. They fucking suck. Look at me. I'm fucking cool with my fucking clickbait topics. Like, look, man, you want to go make an audience, that's fine. I don't give a fuck about that. People watch fucking Jersey Shore, people watch 18 and Pregnant or whatever the fuck it is. I stuck a dildo in my butthole or whatever they call it. I don't give a fuck, right? People watch shitty shows. Love is Blind or whatever the fuck it is on Netflix. I keep getting articles about this, and I was like, why is this in my feed? I don't give a fuck. These people are all retarded. But, people want to do that. That's fine. You want to go do that? That's fine. I don't have a problem. You want to go do that stupid ass shit. You want people to pat you on the fucking butt and tell you you're fucking cool. When you start giving out shitty advice, you start pretending you're a fucking expert. You tell people you're a pro snowboarder or that you're pro because you get paid. Or when in private, you start condescending to little 13-year-old kids like, you don't even pay your own fucking phone bills. No, dude, you don't contribute anything to snowboarding. Most of them just fucking take, and don't do shit. They all suck dicks with their buttholes. That's really what it is. I like Casey. Casey's my boy. I knew Casey long before he ever vlogged. Casey's doing his thing. Like, honestly, Casey'd either be doing landscaping or this, and I'd rather see him doing this. Like, he's figured it out. He's got a good balance on there and do it. But these guys run around with their fucking GoPros like, look at me. I fucking went here. Like, my favorite is Buckhouse will convince resorts to give him fucking tickets to the resort. And if they don't, then he'll put out a bad review. He'd be like, well, it's not the best resort. Like, fuck you, you fucking kook. Pay for a fucking lift ticket. You went to these mom and pop resorts. Like, is a $50 lift ticket going to kill you when you claim it you're making six figures? It's a tax deduction at the end of the year. Like, eat a fucking dick. Like, I don't go around asking resorts to give me tickets. I just show up and buy one. I'm just like, unless I'm at Holiday Valley in New York, because fuck that. That place took my spleen. I worked there for years. I know everyone that still works there. When they offer me a free ticket, I will fucking take it. That's like going back to visit family. That's different. But everywhere else, I'll buy a ticket. I don't give a fuck. And it's like, Jesus Christ. The other thing is, so many of them will put out content and be like, look at this area. Then they blow out that area. People that shouldn't be going there, go there, need to be searched and rescued. I'm waiting for the moment one of them gets someone killed. Like, it's just going to happen. There you go. Okay. Let's see. Josiah Bartle. When is TC's first review coming out? If you're on Patreon, so Angry Snowboarder VIP, I just got to schedule some of his stuff. If you're looking for the video reviews, they will not drop until the fall. That's when the new guy, so TC Thunder Cheeks, our new guy, he'll have his reviews dropping in the fall with everything else. You'll probably see him. I got to talk with him. We're either going to start in June or late June or early July for him doing live streams with me to get him used to that. You won't see him in any top fives until the fall. We're filming a bunch, actually, I think in about 4 weeks. So he's going to finish riding all the product I gave him. Then we go on vacation about the 15th, 16th, and then we don't come back till June 15th-ish. So we'll film stuff. So you won't even see him in the top fives till probably September in there, but we got some time to kind of just do that. So yes, and for anyone that's wondering what TC looks like, just picture Arthur Longo, but he grew up in the Midwest. B King's been a minute. Hope you're well, Avron. I mean, I'm here. You see, I'm alive. I might have missed it already. Have you tested the Satori yet? I mean, I rode the Satori, but it wasn't enough for me to like really form an opinion on it. It was in the list of shit that Arbor was supposed to send me, so I don't even know where it is. It's somewhere between an email, a warehouse, and here. All right. Anders Brigitte, any thoughts on the Capita Aeronaut? You mean that board right there? That thing is fucking burly as fuck. Jesus Christ. That thing, god damn, I hit a side hit. Next thing I know, I was like 40 feet down the hill and like 8 feet in the air. Just, and I was like, that board is a workout and a half. I am too old to be riding something like that. So, all right. Okay. We got one here from Martin Panov. Hey, Angry, for carving, hitting side hits, and pow, what would you recommend? Black Snowboard to Death, Mega Merc, Ravine Select, or Amplid, Solely Grail? Senior reviews on them and all seem solid. I need to replace my abused Nitro team. Out of those four, they all kind of handle that. It really depends where you want to put your focus. So, like, if you want to go more POW, that's the Ravine Select. You want to do more side hits and good at carving around the mountain, probably Black Snowboard to Death, Mega Merc. I'd probably go Black Snowboard to Death on that one. If you're looking for like true balance, can kind of handle everything, but it's not going to be great at any one thing, that's the Mega Merc. With the Solely Grail, it's kind of more POW carving focused in there. So it's really where are you going to be going with it. So. Alpine Ibex. Hi, Angry. Did you hit up Aspen this year? I didn't. I was extra lazy. I didn't leave the county. Okay. Got one here from our boy Garth Pierce in the UK. Have you written the new Amplid data yet? I did. I wrote it. That thing was softer than I thought it was going to be. Actually, do I have it? It might be sitting in here. Oh no, that's the kill switch. Yeah, I wrote it. It kind of reminded me of like the flex of the old K2 party platter before they made it camber and more twinish, but with like, so it kind of reminded me of that flex, similar to like, I would say second year Marhar Lumberjack. It was just softer than I thought, like torsionally, a lot of play, and it was really surprised at how playful that actually was. All right. The Wizard of Oz. Why this interest in volume shifted boards? Well, it's not an interest. It's literally that the market's been churning out for like 8 years now. What advantages do they have over a directional twin? Why would someone choose one over the other? Because you own multiple boards. You want something that's fun. You've got really big feet and you're sick of having to ride, and you're a heavy rider and you're sick of having to ride like a 174 and you could get away with a 158 instead. There's so many different reasons on why you could go with it, one and the other. It's like there's the hammer, there's the ball peen hammer, there's the rubber mallet, there's the metal mallet, there's the sludge hammer. There's like all these different kinds of hammers out there. They all relatively do the same thing, but each one's kind of a little more focused on something more than the other. That's kind of where you're at when you start looking at owning multiple boards. All right. Hoyt Hansen, since Rome is ditching the National, what boards are going to fill that gap from any company, not just Rome? So you're looking at like that directional twin in there. So Ride's going to fill it with like the Shadow Band algorithm, the Mountain Twin, Ultra Mountain Twin, Mercury, Mega Merc from Capita, Assassin Pro from Solomon. What is it? It's not the Play, or is it the Play? What the fuck is the one from Nidecker's got two of them? It's not the Sensor. It's the next one. I think it's the Play. I can't remember. I didn't ride it this year. It would be like with Yes, it would be the Typo. Let's see what else is out there. Oh, like to an extent, the E-Jackknife would kind of fit in there as well. So so anyways. All right. Whew. CN got a great end of the season deal on a 2023 Jones Mind Expander, riding it with the Now Pilot. Will I see a big difference if I go with the O-Drive? Oh my God. So Pilot to O-Drive, the flex, it's not like you just made an incremental jump. Like the Pilot is here. The O-Drive is here. You're not even like this. You're like this in there. It's going to be more responsive. It's stiffer. You're going to feel it. That board, honestly, the O drive is too much board for the mind expander, in my opinion. If you went to just the regular drive, that would be better. But going from a pilot, honestly, you probably only need to go up to a select pro to get the most optimal performance out of it. And that'll still save you, I think, like 100, 150 bucks or something like that. So, all right. Carvey Keitel, if you could only own 3 boards, what would they be? I pretty much only own 3 boards these days. Endeavor Archetype, although I want the 160 wide. I want to get out of the 58 wide, bump up to the 160 wide. In that, totally fine with that. Ride Shadowban, 157. It's fine. It's my all mountain size. And then if Rome would just make a 154 party mod, I'd be the happiest man on earth. Even though I'm on a 53, I know everyone's like 1 centimeter doesn't make a difference. But when you go from a 53 to a 56, there's enough of a difference. I just wish there was a 54. I'll even settle for a 55 wide if I had to. But literally, those are like the 3 boards I own, and that's what I ride. I mean, I've got a Cool Bean that's clapped out, and I've got a Telos backslash that's clapped out. But yeah, that's where I'm at. All right. Got a super chat from our boy Letters Spin because fuck L Stacker. I told him Angry says hi. Oh, L Stacker. L Stacker the butt snacker. That guy's special. Ollie them slow signs, people. All right, we got Surf Punk asking, any changes to the Ride Mountain Pig this year? I know I've got that one. So I got next year's. So this year's, I believe, this year's they added from last year. So because this is next year's, but there's just a carry forward. I believe that they added the carbon slim wall in there to this year's one. So you're going to notice that carbon slim wall, which gives it a little bit more edge grip in there. So basically, it's like a cap into a sidewall with carbon in there. So it's a little more reactive and it dampens a little bit better, but you get better grip because it's a thinner sidewall. So you can really hammer it on edge. So, yeah, there we go. Okay, let's give you your spin, sir. Drink Malort. It'll make a man out of you. All right. We got one here from X71822. Hi, bought the Nidecker thruster in February and I love it. Put about 60 hours on it. Approximately how long would you say before this decambers and I need to buy another one? Thanks. Probably when you've hammered it into the ground. I don't know how hard you ride. You could ride like a pussy. You could ride like a fucking beast. It really, there's nothing in there. You'll know because you'll ride and be like, this isn't reacting the same way. So, Francois Seguin, anything with the same feel of the Black Snowboard to Death 2022. I don't want to die and not have a replacement. I want something that slingshots me out of turns as much as the B-side. Get the 2023. Like, that's what I would do. That would be one to consider. Let's see what else in there. To an extent, the new Ride Deep Fake is kind of similar to it. It's a little more playful, just a hair. Jones Ultra Mountain Twin. Well, actually, no, I take that back. Probably the Ultra Flagship would be closer to that in there. Let's see. The Amplid. I guess you could go with the Pentaquark. That would be pretty close too. Nitro Pantera would be another one to consider. So there's a few options about it. The Giant Allen. Hey, Averin, is there much difference between an aeronaut and an outsiders other than one being directional and the other? Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. They ride. Those are 2 different boards. The outsiders is way softer, way more approachable. Like, I'm not going to lie. That aeronaut, like, fuck, that thing rode me. I can ride an outsiders. It's not my favorite park board from Capita, but I can ride it and have fun with it. The aeronaut was just like, oh, balls to the wall, riding pow. Jumping off everything and sending it as hard as I could. Matthias Gibbs. Hi, Avran. I'd like to replace my old GNU Beast 2016. If you had a chance to test this board, can you recommend any similar or more modern free ride models? Thanks in advance. I don't even remember that board. That's how unremarkable it is. I probably wrote it too, and that's the funny thing. I don't remember it. Dude, 2016. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. What was that? Like 7 years ago? 7 years ago? Fuck. Dude, that's a lifetime and stuff. You really just want to, like, I don't even remember that board. I'll be honest. I don't remember it. I don't know what it was. So, anyways, all right. Who else has questions? Get them in here. Let's do this. I'm going to close out this poll that we've got going up here. Let's see. We got 185 votes. Let's see where we're at on this. So, worst targeted ads for snowboarders. Dope Montech taking the top spot with 37%. Knockoff goggles at 27%. Turtle butt pads at 20%. And Gilson at 14%. Well, thought Gilson would be higher up there. But then again, you know, everything's a fire sale with them when you burn your factory to the ground, allegedly. Okay. Marco134. I looked up the LibTech terrain record, but it's also C2X like my Arca. I want to learn how to ride camber. Any other ideas? Yeah, you just need something that's a mellow cambered board. And like honestly, you should probably go with a cam rocker board, but something that's not crazy aggressive in terms of flex. I'd look at like a Jones Frontier. I think that would be a good segue into that. Let's see what else. Maybe go with like a Rosinal 1 to an extent. Maybe a Yes Dicey. No, is it not the Dicey? Not the Dicey. The Dicey's not the one. Well, actually, yeah, the Dicey. The Dicey would probably be fine for you. So, all right. Okay. AD, one board Quiver recommendations. The one that you end up buying. All right. Hamster Cool Bean with the super chat. Have you read the new Stratos? Any change? Oh my God, that thing's a fucking beast. Jesus fucking Christ, it's stiffer than the goddamn Project X. Holy fuck me in the ass. That thing, I got on it and I was like, oh, it's just like, you know, a directional twin tapered. It's like similar flex like the old Mountain Twin. Thought it was going to be similar to the old Stratos. No, my God. It was stiff. Stiff and aggressive. Holy shit, was that thing like fuck me running. I rode that. What did I ride that in? A 59? Wish I'd grabbed a 56. It was so friggin' stiff. Fuck. That thing is a beast. You want to go fast and turn. I mean, that. Fuck. Not stoked on that thing. Well, that's funny. Well, do not pass go. Cameron Halmrast, what's up with the New Balance 686 collab snowboarding boots I'm seeing these days? Did they bring those back? They did that like, fuck, I think I was in my mid-20s when they did that. So 686 and New Balance had a collab way back in the day. And then New Balance actually launched a snowboard division or snowboard boot line, and it tanked after like a year or maybe two. It was like the same time Nike came out and Adidas and all this shit, like way back, like, you know, and it was, oh my God. Is it back? It can't be back. Fuck. Oh, fair warning. I'm also running ads in this live stream. So we got some of you are probably going to get hit with an ad here in the next minute. We're just testing out ways to monetize this right now. I don't know if this will be a permanent thing. I'm just testing it out for the next few live streams in the off season. So fair warning on that. You might get an ad, you might not. I don't know. I'm just seeing if it makes more revenue or not. If it does, I might stick with it. I might not. I don't know. Just with hiring people, I know that I've got more overhead coming in. So that's it. But I do owe Cameron Homerest a spin. So that. Subscribe or else, people. All right, we got one here from Tyler Strand. Angry, would you recommend having multiple sizes of the same board? I've seen some pros riding multiple sizes of the same deck based on snow conditions. I mean, that's your call. Personally, like I think, like back in the day, you'd always see these guys compete in X Games and they'd have their pro model and they'd ride like a stiffer, beefed up version of the smallest one to reduce the swing weight when they were spinning back when 1080s were like the biggest spin you could do. And, are you riding at a pro level caliber that you need that? Probably not. Most people just need one snowboard to consistently ride and they'll be fine. So, yeah. So, anyways, it's kind of your call on that. Like, I've got friends that do own multiples of like certain boards. Like, my one friend's got a 159 Rome Party mod and a 153, and he rides the 59 just for POW. It's his POW board. Okay, THK. So new Stratos versus Aeronaut. Seems like you're stoked on both. Last year's Stratos is dope. So honestly, I'd rather ride the Aeronaut than the Stratus. The Aeronaut just leans a little more towards my freestyle tendencies. It's like, on top of the fact I've never sent a side hit that large, like that. Fuck me, like that thing. So Copper, the cat had pushed. There used to be like, it was like a rolled side hit. The cat had come and pushed it and made it like a cliff. So it was like a 3-foot drop. So it was like a loading dock. I just hit the thing and just sent it straight out. I was riding with my friend's girlfriend, the Deafness, and she was just like, Averin, you just were like, and I was like, I know, right? Like, this board is ridiculous. So I honestly rather ride the Aeronaut. I think that it would fit out of the two. If I wanted to carve, though, I think the Stratos is actually better in that regard. So, yeah. Anyways, I know we're slowing down with questions. So if you got stuff, get it in. I'm going to try to answer it. We've only been here an hour. There's 100 of you guys chilling. So I'll take a few more questions before I dip out of here. I know I said I'd possibly give a snowboard away. So I'm like trying to get ideas from you guys. What do you think that we should do as a giveaway? Because I'm probably not going to give anything away till like the middle of the summer because I'd like to win. I'd like someone in the Southern Hemisphere to win it so that it would get used. But I've got a 50 Warka, a 58 Ravine Select, a 56 Party Mod, a 49 Rome Muse to give away. I think there's a mountain. No, I gave that away. I don't know. There's a bunch of snowboards that are just like sitting around I need to get rid of. So if you guys got some good ideas, and don't be like, oh, just give it to me, because that just sounds like you're fucking begging and you don't need it. All right. Timothy C. Hi, Angry. Have you ridden the new Capita Navigator? I have. Comparison. What size would you recommend for me? 130 pounds, 5'7", currently on the 52 DOA and 50 indoor. Whoa, you're tiny. You got some lightweight. So the big difference between current year Navigator and next year's is the camber profile changes. The tail sinks easier on next year's Navigator, but you sacrifice how it carves on a groomer. I think the current year Navigator carves better, and I actually kind of like the current year Navigator a little bit more because of that. Even though, like right inside the rear insert pack on the new Navigator, you can kick your ankle and knee in just a little bit, and it flexes, so it'll pop the middle of the board through the nose up, and that tail just sinks a little bit easier. For you, it's probably going to be easier with the next year's Navigator to ride just because you're lighter weight, because you're looking at a power board, because you got a 52 DOA and a 50 indoor. I don't think you need to, I think, what is it, 53, 54 in the Navigator would probably be like if you're doing wide open POW. If you're looking for something that's going to be good in the trees, was it? I think it's a 51-ish, somewhere in there. Maybe it's a 52. I think that would probably, yeah, I think that would probably work more ideal for you. CC, looking at a 21 Academy Masters. or a 23-room Warden, both new and heavily discounted. Thoughts? Well, you're on opposite ends of the spectrum there, bud. Warden's like a solid intermediate directional twin board you can do everything with. The Masters, that's like for someone that knows what the fuck they're doing. The other thing is it's not going to hold its camber as long as that Warden actually will. The Warden's going to have a more reactive snap to it. The Academy is going to be a little more damp. So if you're dealing with a lot of chatter and stuff, the Academy is actually going to dampen better than the Warden. Now, when you get it on edge, I do think that that Academy actually grips better. It carves way better than the Warden. The Warden's good. That Academy is better. It's like, but you're on opposite ends of the spectrum here. I'm not even answering that. All right, we got Daz 555. How much do stiff boots soften over time? Let's say I buy a Solomon boot rated 9 to 10 stiffness. How much would it soften over 30 days, 60 days? Well, first off, that 9 to 10 of stiffness means fuck all, because for all I know, you could be 6'11" and 130 pounds, or you could be 5'3" and 280 pounds. So you're going to tell me that a guy with the same size boot but different height leg proportions is going to flex at the exact same? So what's going to happen is a boot that is stiff is never going to be as stiff as the day you try it on. From the day you start riding in it, it's going to progressively get softer. That's just how it is. That foam breaks down. You start to develop flex points into the boot. It gets creases. The outer material, the leather, whatever, pleather, whatever material it is, the nubuck, that wears down. It breaks in. The sole starts to flex more. Every boot gets softer. The more you use it, the softer it will progressively get. That's just what it does. It will pack out. It will start to feel like it's a little bit bigger on you, like your foot's floating around in there. You're never going to make it stiffer. It's just going to progressively get softer from the day you get it to the day it dies. Some boots last 100 days. Some boots last 30 to 50 days. It really depends. Are you an open to closed rider? Are you a lifty that's wearing your boots to work? All these things come into it. Are you a guy that walks to the mountain, but you have to walk 4 blocks? Walking 4 blocks will flex that boot more than, say, someone like me that parks right next to the chairlift and walks 100 feet to get on it. All of these things just go in there. So, this is all things that you have to take into consideration. I don't want to film myself riding. That's work. I'm already doing enough. Fuck. All right, Daniel Naranjo. Looking at picking up a Lago double barrel, but worried it won't be as forgiving as the Yes Greats. Thoughts? If anything, I think it'll actually be a little bit more forgiving, at least in the tips. In there, just because of the factors. And I haven't been on the new double barrel though, because the last time I rode it was like the first iteration, and I think they're on the second or third now. So yeah. T-Turtle 11. Avron, what cap and a non-park board would complement a K2 party platter and a ride shadow band? I mean, I'd probably grab a Navigator. Then you got yourself a POW board between those two. Hey, Ed with the super chat. Can we get the Tommy Suckhouse story? Why don't you ask Tommy? Why are you asking me? Why do I have to tell someone else's story? That's Tommy's story to tell, not mine. Fuck, Jimmy Fuckhouse made his choices. Him and his stupid ass wife. Shitty ass fucking people. There we go. Pick a random question for a spin. We'll take this one from Carvey Kaitel. I can get a good deal on either a New Jones flagship or Mountain Twin. Suggestions: I'm old and don't do a ton of park anymore. An occasional box, rail, or table, but mostly like the side hits and carving. Get the flagship. You don't need a Mountain Twin. You've hit that point. The taper on that flagship will be better for you. It'll sink. One, it'll sink better in POW, but even when you're carving, it's just going to give you a little bit extra oomph out of the tail of that board. So go with that. Go with the flagship. You'll be fine. Remember to ollie skiers, especially if they're fat. 4x4 therapy. Hey, Avran, got any top 5s dropping soon? Missing your top 5s. I filmed 3 yesterday. So we got the top 5 all mountain freestyle boards of 22, 23 as per Chat GPT. So I did 5 top 5s for the top 5. So because it progressively got weirder. That one, it's going to be a long top 5. I think it's probably, by the time I edit it down, it'll be somewhere between like 7 and 12 minutes. So that's a little bit longer. Then I did top 5 people you'll see when the resort extends its season. There's that one. Top 5 rookie moves I saw beginners make all season. That one was kind of mean and malicious. I don't know if I want to post it because I might make some beginners cry. And evidently, I have to be sensitive to these people. I've been told that I'm just being too ruthlessly mean. And I was like, with giving them cold, hard facts. And I was like, well, I'm sorry. I took your participation trophy away. You didn't earn it. Anyways, but yeah, I filmed 3 of those and I'm working on some more. Like, I've got an idea for one, like, top 5 reasons you need to ride a longboard. And I mean like a longboard, like something over a 170 for most people. And working on some other stuff. So the good thing is I don't have to edit all the reviews that we've worked on for the last few months. So I'm going to be doing the boot fitting series too. That'll hopefully drop mid-June or early July. So you're going to have a bunch of content coming out. All right, we got THK with the super chat. When you come into Shred Canada, Home Slice, Banff is calling you. I can help make arrangements. Oh, Canada's been calling for a while. I need to go get a new passport. So this year, like the big concentration was hiring people, right? I wanted to hire people to do it. So one of the ideas that the team, so just so everyone knows, there is a team behind all this. It's not just me anymore. So we got Ben, the editor, who's part-time, and he'll probably go full-time this fall. There's TC, who's doing reviews with me. He is part-time. He is going to be full-time come September. There's Brucey, who's always kind of, he was an intern like 15 years ago. So he's moving into some kind of capacity. We're creating a job for him. Then there's Carl. She'll be, when she comes off, she's hiking some trail right now, but when she gets done with that in like 2 months, I got to sit down and talk with her. She'll be coming on to handle the women's reviews section. So if everything lines up and we get that going, one of the things I want to do is I want to do something similar to like Anthony Bourdain's Parts Unknown. And I want to just go to like different resorts, some big, some small. I want to meet up with local crews. I want to film them, interview them, go to the local shops, do all this stuff. So the goal is to eventually expand that out and travel. And I want to make these not like a 5-10 minute like vlog style. I want to make this more like a solid thing, like where I sit down, I go to like the local hangout afterwards and we film and we talk and interview people and, you know, stuff like that. We ride the resort. I'm not going to blow out anyone's local spots and hidden runs, but you know, I want to go and showcase that and do that stuff with people. So that's something that we're working towards. I would like to start that next season. Realistically, it's probably 2 seasons out. I just want to get the review team and everything into where it needs to be. And then you're going to see less of me doing reviews and me doing more other content, if that makes sense for you guys. So yeah, hopefully that. But Banff is on the list. That's one of the ones I really want to go check out. So I'm going to try to make it up there at some point. Ooh, spin again. Where are we going with this? Ooh, subscribe or else. Okay. All right, we got one here from the Smoke. How does the Solomon Dance Hall perform in the park and ride and switch? I mean, if you can ride switch, you can ride switch on that board. If you can't, you need to learn how to ride switch on. The flex on that board is very, very forgiving. It accommodates it. Like, are you going to go hit a big jump? No. But like 25-footer smaller, it's going to be fine. If you know how to ride park, you can ride park on that thing and not have any problems with it. Okay. Manos Ficaros. I need to replace my first gen Union Stratas. I've been using them on my Yes standard. Should I go with the new Force or Ultra? I need them to be a bit surfy and butterable. You want to go with the Ultra. You're probably going to get more power than you want out of the new Force, so the Ultra would make more sense. All right. Okay. Oh, I fucking hate skiers. Weasel Lopan. I love my first year, 2013 Capita DOA. God, Jesus Christ, that's a 10-year-old board. And the latest DOAs appear to be softer. They are. Anything like the 2013 DOA now that is non-Burton but slightly stiffer and more POW-friendly, super DOA maybe. I mean, if you're looking for a twin, you could go that route. But realistically, it sounds like you probably just need to go to a Mercury from Capita and you'd be fine. Like, that's probably what you need to do if you went that route. Otherwise, I mean, if you're looking for like a slightly stiffer twin, so if you want to go super stiff, you got your Nitro Beast, your T3 from this year. The T3 is probably overkill, so the Beast would be better. You could do the Libtech TRS. That one's in there. The Rosinal Juggernaut, although I'd wait till next year's Juggernaut. I think that's probably more what you're actually looking for than the current one. You could do the Solomon Huck Knife Pro, not the regular Huck Knife, the Huck Knife Pro. You pay a little bit more. It's more premium material, so that'll probably be more what you're looking for in there. Let's see. Maybe a Battalion Evil Twin Plus, but that 3BT is going to be weird to you, so maybe not need that. So anyways, there's a few options for you. And I'm going to give Weasel Lopan 2 spins because I know he paid before. And this last one that his super chat he put up was says spray skiers. So that's awesome. I'm all about that. Spray them fucking skiers. Fucking Jesus, a bunch of fuck sticks. All right, one more spin. All right, smash that pow. Then we're going to take this one from B Kings. Sorry, not you, Ryan, but ones who want to win the boards and then see if it'll go to good use or not. I mean, if I'm going to give a snowboard away, I'm going to do it. I got to come up with some good way to get this, but I wanted to get it to someone that actually needs it and deserves it. So I don't know. I might do something with Discord, make it a Discord only contest just because I want to grow that Discord, because I think it'll be easier for me to notify people when we put out content. And I don't feel like building a chat line to do this off season. Ugh, so much work. Shop local. I stopped into my local snowboard shop today. Did you? Shout out to the Underground in Breckenridge. Francois Seguin, any plans for Japan in the next few years? I got to send my passport in to get it updated or renewed. The goal, hopefully, I got to talk to Ed at Alkaline Lodge in Japan. Ed Segovia used to do Bua Loco, if anyone remembers that website. Has a history in snowboarding, but he's running a lodge in Japan. I'm going to try to reach out to him. I've mentioned to him that I want to come over and go see him and go ride some Japao with him. So if I do go, that's going to be one of my stops. I would like to do 3 weeks. So it's going to be a little pricey. Top of the fact, 3 weeks without my dog, I'm probably going to kill someone. So, yeah. But hopefully we can get something. All right. Okay, here we go. Here's one from AN. Any chances we'd see some more reviews of Karoo shapes? The Nose Rider and the Pink Rocket seem like interesting, but there isn't a lot of reviews on those boards. Nose Rider, no. I'm not going to review it this year. I think you mean Pocket Rocket, not Pink Rocket, but Pocket Rocket. They were out when I asked for it. Also, they didn't send me an Uber egg, but there will be a pencil review, Cafe Racer Plus, a new Cafe Racer, Dart Plus review. TC is going to handle the Dart review, which he's finished that. I've got to ride the Dart Plus. That's what we're going to get. Uber egg will get sometime. It'll probably come out. Well, I'll get a chance to ride it sometime after Black Friday. So right now, it's looking like we're going to have like somewhere between, I haven't counted exactly, but I think it's like 158 to 170 reviews. So, I mean, that's like half a year of reviews at one a day. But yeah, the Karua stuff, I'll probably start dropping. Well, actually, I can't even say that because I'm not even editing them now. I'm not sure when those will be done. All right. Tanky, I own an Arbor Satori, a K2 After Black, and a Capita Black Snowboard to Death. Am I missing anything in the quiver? I mean, yeah, I can think of a lot of things you're missing in there. But with those three, are you pretty much covered? Yes. You don't need anything more. Take the money you would have spent on a new snowboard. Take your significant other out for a date. And then after that, all the other money that you saved on not buying a snowboard, buy a season pass and ride more. Luc Dessonnier, favorite late season release. I don't even pay attention. Although, honestly, if I had to say, my favorite late season release was the Gamma and the Gamma APX from Nidecker. Just that asymmetrical twin. Those boards rode so well. So well. I was super stoked on them. So, all right. We got AEG one trickle twin. Those boards rode so well. So well. I was super stoked on them. So, all right. We got AEG 125 with the super sticker, so we'll give them a spin. Looks like you guys are slowing down, so I think we're going to call it a day here. I got to go take the dog out, then I got to get some food, then I got to film reviews. Fuck me running. Ooh, well, I don't think we're going to pick another question because there aren't any. Well, we'll take this last one from James Lee. Oh, well, it's not even a full question. I can't take it. Oh, well, anyways, I think we're going to call it a day. I'm done. I got stuff. I don't know if next week we'll do a live stream or not. I got to see where we're at. It's supposed to be POW Fever at the end of the week next week. So I really want to get in that and do that. But top fives will return next week for sure. More explained videos. Got a bunch of those. If you're a member of Angry Snowboarder VIP, which is our Patreon, early reviews are dropping every day. If you haven't yet, you should sign up to our Discord. I've got a link pinned in the chat box. Otherwise, there's a link in the description. Basically, it's the end of the season. We're winding down. I mean, we're getting half the amount of people that we were getting 2 months ago in here. So if I do one more, it'll probably be one more live stream, and then it's going to be like 4 to 6 weeks before we live stream again. So, yeah. Anyways. You guys have been great. Thanks for everything, and I'll see you in another video.